Welcome back, Tuckbowler Gaming. My name is Tuckbowler. Let's continue our turkey run today, going for... I won the battle for the Bosporus, and all I got was this lousy achievement. And also forming the Ottoman Sultanate. I have 25 command power. That's going to allow me to increase one of my generals here. Maybe I should wait until the Civil War starts, though, to get to do that. I think that's a good idea, just in case that particular general decides that they don't want to fight in the... or they don't want to fight for me in the Civil War. I don't know if they will or not. I don't know how this works. No one can really know how this works, because very few have gone down that path thus far. We are 10,000 shy, mostly division reinforcement. Bulgarian government supports the IMRO. I don't know what that does. I think that's one of the new stuff. And the purges are happening in the Soviet Union. Before we actually fight, Bulgaria and the Kingdom of Greece and presumably the allies with Greece, although I could always get lucky, I do think that we need to do that. Okay, so you can see that this has happened again, and now you can see that the Kurds are highly likely to rebel. But this is the law number 3115. You can use your political power to gain some stuff. If you do republicanism, it gains support for non-aligned, as well as weekly stability. If you do secularism, it gains some more stuff, including traditionalists cooperate more. And that's interesting. The Kemalists take over. Populism, political power gain, not bad for 60 days, but I'm not sure that you get political power out of that. Spending 50 to get 10% more for only 60 days, but it is what it is. You do get manpower from that decision. Nationalism gives you weekly war support for 30 days. And then you can gain democracy support and political power gain from reformism, and liberalism is consumer goods factories, 3% construction speed plus 15%. So that's good. But we're going to hang on to our stuff for later things. Let's see, that we did this one, right? Yeah. Because I want to use the political power for that one, actually. And I maybe should add a chief of the army actually first. Assuming that it works the same way. I don't like any of those, though. You know, assuming that it works kind of the same way. It might do that. Although we are going to bring the Ottoman loyalists in, so maybe we should make sure we don't have that. So yeah, we'll just use our military power for something there. I want to get this too, because cooperate with the Debt Council. This will make the Debt Council no longer maintain control over the debt of Turkey, which is really, really nice. It nerfs the power of that particular bunch. Let's see. Is there one of these that really matters? I mean, speed, defense, those are good. I'm going to want to have defense. And you know what? Not knowing where it's going to side with me and where it's not, let's go ahead and have that happen. Dispersed industry is done. We are in September of 1936. I'm going to go ahead and do the weapons here, 111 days. And in 8 days, that one will be done, so we'll pick another one after that. The Debt Council does bring research speed in industry. So that is kind of where we are. So probably we should go ahead and do synthetic oil then, because it should be a little bit less because of the Debt Council that we're trying to get rid of. So it has a bunch of negative effects, but it does have that positive effect. And of course we could move this back, but I don't want to yet. I do want to begin going down here as soon as we can. We need war support for that. So here's what happens with that. Trade relations with those countries change. And of course the Debt Council goes. And then we get to this one, where if we have high relations with the global superpowers, they will potentially invest in our nation, which is really actually quite nice. Let's go ahead and go down here. So you can see the industrial projects, and they are exactly what they said they were, right? You spend military power, or you spend political power, and after 180 days, with seemingly no actual cost beyond that, you gain factories, right? Civilian factories. There are a couple that are military factories, but yeah, you gain civilian factories. So, you know, that's really nice. And I don't know where some of these are, like where Bursa is or something like that. Okay, so Bursa's right there. I would expect that that will stay. So we're just gonna, hit that button, and we can't do any more. So we kind of go over here now, and I think that I'm going to actually give refuge to Italian scientists to increase my research speed, because like I said, I only have 3 research slots, so I need to increase that if at all possible. I can actually move my boats over here. You'll notice that I have no oil. We're just going to merge those together for now, just for ease. We can get a person too. What is this? Ironside experience factor. Naval speed and damage. So, yeah, we'll put you in charge. And then, let me pause so I can figure out what I wanted to do. Let's see. We could do the engineer company and do artillery, although admittedly we don't have artillery. We figure out what we want to do here. Obviously not. I feel like Grand Battle Plan might be a good one, just because it seems to have a lot of supply consumption and stuff with that. Defense was the word I was looking for. So we could do that too. Is there one that, because I know that, alright, so for land doctrine, so it doesn't tell us which one it would suggest. Or we could do the radio. I mean, you have to have some. you have to have some land doctrine somewhere along the way. Then we have our planes, our very few planes there. And because I don't have any oil, I'm not going to run any exercises. Because I don't have any infantry equipment, I'm not going to run any exercises. That's what's going on there. Especially since I need that infantry equipment pretty massively to deal with the resistance going on over here. Unless, obviously, I would, you know, work with that. Lift ban on political parties. I'm going to actually do this one first. And so what I'm going to do there is I'm going to begin to improve relations, and we're going to spend a lot of that political power that we are doing and go into the negative per day just to get some amount of relations up. And then, you know, we'll have a few more options for investment opportunities. But yeah, I love Turkey because it allows you to turn some of that political power into some factories, which is very, very nice. You don't have to just build with the construction. Like, we already have 12 that we're able to utilize, so I feel like some of this is going to be redundant. And in fact, in between episodes, I may switch some of this out just so that I'm wanting to get to like 15 and then start building some military factories. And again, I'm just going on an assumption here, but I'm going to assume it's going to be the Kurds that are rebelling there. So this is what I'm going to do, is I'm going to begin ever so slightly to kind of have that go off and on, off and on, off and on. Almost missed that here. So I'm going to go construction first. Though getting more oil ever so slightly ahead of time, I don't think is going to matter. And then the question becomes, what do I do with this one? 38, we're not in 38 yet. Do I do trying to get some oil, or do I do this? I think we need to do that. Yeah. All right, so our leader has become ill. And if I had more political power, I'd have more options on that, but I'm trying to do this. So that indicates, since we're going up in power, that indicates that we're done improving our relations with those powers. I think I would like to improve with the United States instead of the USSR. In that case. We're still going to be gaining ever so slightly. But now we have completed utilized foreign capital. And so I'm going to go ahead and head over here, start that one up. Now, that increases new decisions. And you can see here that we have, actually with all nations, that ability. So that's really nice. I think I'm going to stop improving relations with Italy, just so I start to gain a few more. stuff, I'm still going to increase with the United States because they might invest in me a little bit more likely, especially since I'm about to flip to Democratic. And this should be, once again, the Kurds. It is, once again, the Kurds. So once you get lifting the ban on other political parties, obviously, change in popularity to democracy, you start getting a lot of events that shift you toward a democracy really, really quickly. Or lower your stability really, really quickly. And keep in mind that our base stability is largely based upon this guy. 30% stability there. That's not nothing. So, that's something to be thinking about as we move forward on that direction. But hopefully we can start the timer and for Civil War and start the Civil War next episode. That's the goal. And so there is one thing you have to do if you're going to head down this path. While we wait on that, though, if you would, please like, comment down below. Tell me what you are enjoying about this run, about this DLC. Let's have a discussion about the DLC down there. Whatever is on your mind, let me know. Oh, right. So you get a decision here. I actually didn't let this go. So yeah, you can seek treatment for him. Or you can just retire him. And you get a new leader by the name of Cecil Bayer. Who is that guy? So you'd have to change that. And obviously our stability falls down. But we don't get the very adverse effects of having a leader in hospice. So, catch-22 on that. Still only 7%, but we're only in March of 1937. And good. We are no longer increasing anything. Now, do I want to... I don't think I necessarily want to do that yet. Because I have some more stuff that needs to happen over in industry. I would like to have that go. Now you can see that we have not... the Debt Council is gone, and we now have the TPDA. And we will eventually get rid of that as well. Although I forget how. Absorb the TDPA, so 120 military power, and then it will be gone. But, yeah. So now, that is as far as you can go down this path. In order to hold this, you have to have an official opposition party has been organized. So, we can go for this one, and then that's really as far as we can go. And I think I'm going to. We'll gain the base war support, which we actually do have the 15 to get to early mobilization, which would be pretty good. So you can see that we gain base stability down. Things are moving very quickly in the direction of an election. I'm really hoping it's just a small civil war and we can, breeze through it. Yes, we want to do excavation. Alright, so this is what I'm talking about. We can gain a change in base popularity democracy actually either way, but this one is smaller, but you gain, stability this way. I'm still going to go in this general direction. Just because I have a feeling that some higher stability will be there, but I'm going to try and balance them out. But yeah, you very quickly get, I think, like 60 or 70% democracy if you appease them the entire way. So now the question becomes whether I want this stuff. I think I'm going to try and get to early mobilization with my next thing. And so you can see this here. Same deal. I'm going to lose the political power. And I wish it would tell you the effects of the Kurdistan things, but you can see that there's some resistance. It's actually lower than I expected it to be. But some resistance is indeed happening. Poland is seeking the Baltic. Aw, the Hindenburg has died. So here we have one option. And the stability is toast. It is what it is. Yeah, ask the Belgians how well neutrality defended them in 1914. That would be from us, right? It didn't work. Spoiler. Let's go ahead and get some fuel. Try and get that a little bit higher. I know that just simply using our one tank division would matter here. So here we gain popular. Oh, gain non-aligned. Let's go ahead and do that. I'd like to stay non-aligned if possible. I feel like that will keep our options open the most, but I don't know if it's possible. May the best party win. We now have opposition parties. But you can see, like, it's a tall tree and it's slow to go down. There's still 70 days. And so you have 1937 and we're only here. I mean, that's why I'm saying that my biggest criticism with it mostly is the fact that the research slot should be up here. It should be right here. Somewhere in there. That's where the research slot should be. Just that's my biggest criticism. Aww. So we do have a non-aggression pact now with those nations down there. And 150 power, so we can add a new advisor. Which I do wonder if we should keep any of these. But yeah, we'll just go to early mobilization. I think that will help us the most. We still have free trade. I'm going to keep that for a little while just because of the research speed. And let's see, we need more than 20% war support, so I can do this too. If we were at war with enemies that are more than us. Otherwise, we have to be fascist or communist. Okay. I read at one point that one of the devs said that, the fascists and the communists have all the fun in the game. Hey, Amelia Earhart survived. And they're not wrong. They're not wrong. Alright, so now let's do that land doctrine. But let's see. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and call this episode here. I hope you've enjoyed. If you did, please like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff down below. And come back next time, and we will have a civil war beginning. I'll see you then.